after 7 weeks. So all minds are very clean slates. I think I had to do some homework so that brush it up what was done earlier. We had seen in detail the meaning of the word vidneya. Very important. Chaturtha atma chaturtham manyante sa atma sa vidneya. And chaturtha means what? Turiya. Vidneya. And we have seen based on Bhashya, vidneya means sakshat kartavya. One has to gain the sakshatkara. At least we who are born in Bharatiya culture, we are familiar with this word sakshatkar, especially with respect to what? Devata sakshatkar. Bhagwan ka sakshatkar ho gaya. What does it mean? Direct one to one, face to face. And that's sakshatkar. The word sakshat also means there is no vyavadhana. There is nothing interrupting that as a direct. What is sakshatkara? Brahma chinmatra saratvam. You see the definition, because nowadays very loose translations are going on. See, don't get flabbergasted with the word sakshatkar, etc. It only means understanding. If sakshatkara were to mean understanding, how easy Vedanta would have been. It doesn't need, it needs only common sense as such. Sakshatkara is not understanding. There are many things we have seen that in understanding Trikutis are there, etc. In Atmajnana, Brahmajnana, Trikutis are not there, many things are there. So now, the definition of sakshatkara is Brahma chinmatra saratvam sakshatkara prashakshate. Brahma chinmatra. Brahma and Brahma alone is there. And what is that Brahma? You don't know Brahma, what is that? Chit matratvam. At least do you know Chit Chaitanya? Yes or no? Still hesitant? The very fact that you are hesitant, what does it mean? So you are Sachetana, because of the Chaitanya only you could be hesitant. Otherwise, that vritti, thought of hesitance would not have been known by you at all, would not have been experienced by you at all. That because of which we are sentient Sachetana, that is what Chaitanya. But presently, that Chaitanya is not Chinmatra. Matra means what? Only Chaitanya. Only Chaitanya means there is nothing other than Chaitanya. Presently we are Chaitanya Rupa, Sachetana, sentient, but along with that what also is there? Jada, Deha, Mana, Prana, Buddhi, all these are. It is not Chinmatra. It is Chit, no doubt, Chaitanya, no doubt, mixed with Upadhis. Fine? That is not Sakshatkara. 24/7 we are undergoing that, we are experiencing that. It is not Sakshatkara. Only Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. And sir, but knower must be there or not? Experiencer must be there or not? Even knower is there, experience is there, you are found. It is not Chinmatra. Why not Chinmatra? It belongs to what? Antakarana, Vritti, or Triputis. Triputis so long as it is not there. So then, how is it possible? At least brush up what Vedanta says about the nature of Atma. What nature of Atma? It is rattled out. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Bhukta. Nitya Shuddha Bhukta. What you mean by Nitya Shuddha, Nitya Buddha, Anubhava Swarupa, Nirupadhika, what do you mean by all this? First tell me, in Chaitanya Atma, Upadhis are there? What is upadis? Gross body, subtle body, causal body, and the entire projected jagat. Is not that order. From where you got the word Atma, Brahma? Shastra. Shastra only tells you these are not there in Nirupadik. Fine. Now, and what is nature? Nitya Buddha. What do you mean by Nitya Buddha? Nitya Nyapti Swarupa. It is ever existent knowledge principle. Other word is used for Anubhava Swarupa. What do you mean by Anubhava Swarupa? It is nothing but Anubhava, 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 Anubhava. If you want to still go further, it is Paramananda Swarupa. It is nothing but Paramananda, 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 etc. Now, tell me, this is Atma, I. Do you experience that? I am. Do we experience? But one problem is there. What is the problem? I am, I do experience, but I don't experience it as what? Free from sorrow. I don't experience as the Paramananda Swarupa. I don't experience as what? Very knowledge principle. Means what has happened? Some obstructions have come. Something else has got intermixed with that. But sir, you are telling Atma is asanga, unconnected to everything. That which is unconnected to everything, how can it get mixed with something? So what is said that what Shastra Vedanta says? Adhyastha, erroneously superimposed. Just as rope is ever a rope, it can never become a snake, and yet a deluded person in the darkness, not seeing a rope as a rope, sees a snake. Like that, Chaitanya Atma, as it is, not knowing its true nature, erroneously, all upadhis, gross bodies, subtle body, causal bodies, jagat is superimposed, and we experience no doubt ourselves 24/7, but how? With upadhis. That's what is called as a samsara. So what is to be done now? Have a clean bath. Which clean bath? Not your Didi bath, not in Ganga Yamuna bath. What bath? A bath wherein all upadhis will be cleansed off. All upadhis will be washed off. Swamiji, you have to go. Any club, spa, somewhere, anywhere such things are available. You need not go anywhere. You be where you are. But what you do? Only you have to do is not is that, not this thing. Right about turn. In the high school, etc. Sports ground, exercise. Right about turn. Turn. The right about this word. 360 degrees. Not 180 degrees. Not 90 degrees. 360 degrees. Presently, right about turn. Which aspect of ours? Which facet of our personality? Mind. Where the mind preoccupied now? External object. That extrovert mind make it totally introvert. When the mind is extrovert, what happens? Mind, antakarana, is full of all Vishayakara vritti, Jagat vrittis, including our three bodies and their modifications and all those things connected with that. When it is withdrawn, none of these are there. You know what happens? That mind becomes exactly like Atma Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa, free from all the superimposed entities. There you get what? A reflection exactly as your real nature, free from adhyasta jagat, and how like you see your face in the mirror. How to accomplish that antarmukha mind, introvert mind, Shastra tells. How exact it is? What is the nature of that? Shastra tells. But you have to verify. If you are able to experience anything and everything in the external jagat, is it because of the vrittis that present the experience or because of Chaitanya? Chaitanya. If you make yourself entirely introvert, vrittis have gone, Chaitanya remains, experience remains or not. But what type of experience? Free from adhyasta. Shastra comes and tells, my dear sir, this is your real nature. Technically called, come on, tell me. Shodhitatvam pada. Because we are connected with the Mahavakyas. Shodhitatvam pada. That is, you are that Brahma. But as it obtains you, samsari, you, me cannot be Brahma. So that is free from that. So that is what is Shodhitatvam pada nirupadika. Then comes other Mahava, that is Tat. That is, now you have seen Tvam. And that Tvam is, my dear sir, Tat. What is that? Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham must be Shodhita, Nirupadika. Mahavakya says that is what Brahma is. This is how knowledge is gained. Here understanding is not there because Atma is always Anubhava Swarupa. And we have seen Vidneyaha means Sakshat Kartavyaha, and for that what is necessary? Sakshat Anubhava has to be there. If this is not gained, any amount of picking up information from Shastra is only what jnana it is? Paroksha jnana. Second-hand information given by whom? Shastra. It is not aparoksha. Why? The mind which has to grasp, that means experience it, is not yet ready to do that. So that is why that preparedness must be there. In this context, we have seen, we were trying to see and we are going to analyze now. Some people say that experience of Atma is not necessary because we are experiencing it all the time, 24/7. Yes, true. But what type of experience? We have seen it. It is sopadika experience. We are interested in our real nature, which is nirupadika. So in that. If that is not there, how can you say you are free from sorrow? Last time we have seen, any blessed thing related to I is experiential. I am hungry. First, see, when you are hungry, you know that you are hungry or not? Yes. Now tell me first. First you are experiencing hunger and then you know that you are hungry, or first you are knowing you are hungry and then you experience hunger? What is first? First hunger. I am angry. First I am experiencing. Some people say, no, we should be very careful about such things going on. Nothing around. There is Kailasa Manasa Sarovar, Kailasa Parvata Manasa Sarovar. He said it is Jnana. That's what they say, not correct, okay? Don't take a note there. Kailasa Parvata and Manasa there. They say it is knowledge. And you go on pilgrimage and say, oh, this is Kailasa, this is Manasa Sarovar, which I read in the book, Anubhava. What they put now? Knowledge first and You know where they are bundled up? No, sir, it is not correct. When you read in the book that Kailasa mountain and Manasarovar is there, you have got not direct knowledge but indirect knowledge. Some information you got, but you have mistakenly called it as what? Knowledge, only to confuse yourself. Okay? So those who don't think will be saying that. Then you went there and you saw. Come on, tell me, is it experience or knowledge? Experience. And then you say, oh, this is what I see, experience is what? That is it. What knowledge? Come on, tell me. Don't say Aparoksha. Pratyaksha. Aparoksha will do, but it is what? Generally not used. It is a Pratyaksha Jnana. I hope you are supposed to know. Pratyaksha Jnana means perceptual knowledge. Directly perceived. You first directly perceive it and then you said what? Oh, this is tallies with what I have read. It is a direct perceptible knowledge, Pratyaksha Jnana. So your statement that I read in the book, Kailas Manasarovar there, it is Jnana, and then afterwards you think no. First I experience hunger and then I know I am hungry. First I experience anger and then I know that I am angry. Therefore, the question comes, unless I know myself totally free from that, I can, no, unless I experience myself totally free from that, I cannot know I am free from all this. Last time I gave an example. Do you remember Arctic region? In the Arctic region, 6 months sun, 6 months no sun. Now, in the hypothetical case I given you, in the region where 6 months sun was there at that time, let us say there is a certain area, let us say a 15 square kilometer area, 20 square kilometer area, where hypothetically all the 6 months of the sun, it is always cloudy. And there is a great person there, from birth onwards, he has not seen the sun. How are you going to make him no sun? No, not A, no W. What kind of thing? Language is like that. How are you going to make him know what the sun is? I told 2 methods are there. One method is pray to Bhagavan. For a while disperse the cloud. See. That bright and brilliant one is who? Sun. Once he has seen that, do you want him to see all 24/7 whole life long and see sun is like that? He knows sun is what it is it not? Like that is one method. Other method is catch him by the ear and take outside that area where clouds are not there. This is what it is. Does it know? Like that means first experience. Now seeing is experience or not? Seeing is eye. And if you say that is not experience knowledge, then I will say namaskar. I have to say namaskar to you. That is it. What do you mean namaskar? These are all figurative things.
Go home. Go home.
Huh?
Go home.
No. I give up. you are a special variety. I am unable to teach you. So I will raise my hands up. I am not feeling shy of it. But before that, know what the Shastra has to say. And if you disagree, first dismiss the Shastra and then prove you what you want to say. There we had seen, we have to have the word that. If that is the case, I will give one more example. Many may be curious, why this Swami is wearing a garment? is the equivalent of our crystal beads. It's not very effective. It doesn't serve my purpose because I'm wearing it. I have to show you. See, crystal beads are colorless or not? But if you see this closely, some color is there. Yes or no? Suppose a child which has not seen the crystal bead and she sees like this, is not that very effective. So that is that. So it says what? Crystal is what? Orange in color. You tell no child, it is what? Colorless. And the child has got faith in you because parents, father or mother has faith in you. And child knows that it is there. But that knowledge is direct or indirect? Indirect. Only based on Shraddha. The child has not verified. How can you say? What you do? Now you see. Colorless or colorless? Colorless. Once this is known, you may wear lifelong. What is it? You know that it is what? Color. Going properly, okay? Any color here? So therefore, if you see this once, you know that crystal is what? Colorless. That I like that. Should you not experience Atma Swarupa even for a while, free from all Sukha Dukkhatmaka Suparisuddhi? Once you know, Shastra comes and tells you, this is your Swarupa. Afterwards, some problem is there. Earlier things, experience will be there. For that different reason is there. It is not the context now lesson. Therefore, so without that, how is it possible? So that means the case. So we have to undergo the Vidneyaha, Vijnana. Vijnana is what? The Sakshatkara, even for a while, so that what? It can be, that is, we know that this is our Swarupa. In this context, we were to analyze this famous thing that is going on. Vedanta is, we don't need any mystic experience. Put that mystic word in the inverted comma, I am going to thrash it afterward, not immediately. So that we don't need any mystic experience. Vedanta is a pramana, like eyes see the form. We'll see afterward when you're analyzing. I'm not analyzing because I have to take few other things before coming to this point. There is an inherent contradiction in the very statement itself. The statement is such that that statement itself disproves what the claim is made. Nobody thought about it. It's just like, no. Any cricket matches are going on? Yes. I don't know. Suppose a famous, worldwide famous cricketer, always centuries only, and in the one day international, what happened? Opening batsman for the first ball, for clean bound. Understood? A person of such a fame, opening batsman, and the first ball, not simply stumped and all that, clean bowled. How will you take the incident? Like that. This statement is what? A statement which is clean bowled by not anyone else, by that inherent statement itself. We'll see that, we'll keep in reserve. Before that, we should know how exactly knowledge takes place. The day I told you, I have discussed in detail many times, but there are some newcomers and on YouTube many are watching, they are not aware of it, and therefore I have to take to this extent. How? Because this Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana doesn't require Atmanubhava, Brahmanubhava, because Vedanta is a Pramana, is a wrong notion born of clarity, lack of clarity of what Atma Swarupa is, what Atma Jnana Swarupa is, what is the nature of experience, what you mean by Atma is Swayam Jyoti, Swaprakasha, all because of lack of understanding. So we have to get down to the brass tacks now. From the beginning only we have to go through that, so that such confusion will never rise again. So look, I am giving you a broad spectrum of what is the nature of Atma Jnana, for which I will be required to give you an aerial view of what Vedanta Shastra has to say. Many things I will have to tell you. First, how Jnana takes place. What you mean by Pramana, Jnana Sadhana, that we have to see, etc. That is the Jnana Sadhana. Then, so, what is the Atma Jnana Swarupa? What is the role of Samadhi in this? What is Nirupadhika, Atma Shodhita, Tvampada? What exactly is the nature of moksha? This is not clear to many people. Liberation, and being born in Bharat, this was common is liberation, moksha. So all these need to be known. Now let us start how exactly any knowledge, especially we can start with the pratyaksha, direct perception in terms of seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling takes place. Once we know the modus operandi of how pratyaksha, now you have to be familiar with the pratyaksha. Pratyaksha means directly perceptible. How pratyaksha knowledge takes place, so then it is easy to know how Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana can be. Now you are listening to me. I am talking and you are listening, and then you try to understand, etc. Then what exact process takes place? Words emerge from my mouth. They reach your ears. Shabda means sound, not word here, sound. That sound I am talking in terms of Vedanta Prakriya, the method that is conceived by who? Vedanta Shastra. That sound travels to where Antakarna, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Therein, one Antakarna Vritti. Vritti means modification, a change. A modification in Antakarna takes place and taking the form of what? Shabda. What in English can call thought. A thought conforming to sound, Shabda takes place. But any thought being product of inert matter is inert in nature. What happens? The thought or antakarna vrittis are constituted of such material that they have got a capacity to reflect Chaitanya, which is called as what? Reflected Chaitanya or Chidabhasa. Right? What does it do? The moment this Shabdakara Antakarna Vritti, a vritti, a thought conforming to my words or sound, it removes the ignorance of what I have spoken. And then what is that? Those words are made known by Chidabhasa. It is like this. Technically it is called Shabdakara Vritti or Vishayakara Vritti. It removes ignorance. First tell me, Where ignorance abides? Buddhi. Where knowledge takes place? Buddhi. From buddhi, you have to get rid of what? Ignorance. That process is done by what? A vritti corresponding to the entity to be known. The Shabdakara vritti has removed. Then this is what the Shabda is. Ignorance removed. That in vritti is inert. It cannot be known by itself. That Chidabhasa in the midst. Technically, there are two terms for it. The vritti is what? The Vishayakara vritti, Shabdakara vritti is called as what? Vritti Vyapti. Means that vritti objectifies the sound. How? Not like you as a subject objectify something. Not pramata, subject, knower, objectifying the knower, not that way. Then Triputi comes. This is not a Triputi objectification. Here, that is that vritti vyapti means vritti karma or vishaya. Being the object of vritti means nothing but vritti assuming the form of the sound that is heard. Then what happens? It has removed the ignorance. But you are still to know what the sound is. That job is done by Chidabhasa, reflected Chaitanya in that vritti, because why? That sound is inert in nature. This is what is called as what? Phala Vyapti. Phala means vritti pratibimbita Chaitanya. This is technical term. Although you know phala means result, etc. The fruit and here phala means what? Vritti pratibimbita Chaitanya. In that Shabdakara vritti, whatever that is what? The Chidabhasa was there, that Chidabhasa removes one. And you have got the knowledge of sound which I spoke, voice I spoke. Afterward, your buddhi operates, etc., then differently, we are not concerned for the time. In gaining Atma Jnana, see what is the Indriyas may not be in picture, but that Atmakara vritti is necessary. Process is different, but a vritti conforming to Atma Swarupa is necessary. And what you mean by vritti conforming to Atma Swarupa? Nirupadhika, Nirvishesha, Nirguna. It is necessary. That is what the process is saying. And what does it do? It removes the ignorance of your Swarupa, Atma Swarupa. Then what happens to Chidabhasa Phala? In Atmakara vritti, Brahmakara vritti, Chidabhasa is faithfully present. But it is redundant. By entity to be known as what? Saprakasha Chaitanya. Here entity to be known was Shabda was what? Inert in nature. So there being the case, it is out of question. There is no question of what? Knowing it. So it is superfluous. See, to see a non-luminous object, you need the light. But do you need the light to see the lamp or the sun? No. Atmavoda, what is it? Na deepasya anya deepecha. This is how Chidabhasa becomes redundant in the case of Atma Jnana. So therefore, to know anything, any object it may be, or Atma also it can be, there must be a vritti corresponding to the exact nature of the entity to be known. That's how you say. If you want to know ghata, pot, what vritti must be there? Ghatakara vritti, pot akara vritti must be there. If you want to know, this is a cloth, pata, cloth akara vritti, pata akara vritti. If you want to know car, Kara vrutti must be there. If you want to know Atma, simple. But those who are allergic to the word Anubhava say Jnana vrutti. Ghata is known by Ghatakara vrutti. Pata is known by Patakara vrutti. Atma is for Jnana vrutti. Because Atmakara vrutti, if they say, the fellow lands a problem. See, this whole problem is, first you conclude wrongly, and then what you do? Go on buttressing it with the arguments to justify what you have done. This is where everything goes wrong. You see, then just I am introducing the topic, we will see in detail as well. And that means you should be clear about what it is. Otherwise, say, look here. Afterwards, we say, Swamiji, understood now, but this Atma Jnana appears to be very difficult. Acha, only because it's present is simple. They say, are you going to get it? That is better you realize that. You know why? Atma Jnana is difficult. It's not simply the understanding difficult. And what will you do? Suppose you have got some problem, you want to solve it, and you know what the solution is, but it is beyond your capacity. What do you do? Try to find out. What? Is there someone who can help? And he must be guaranteed. And will search or not? Here also you do that. Here you can't search with what? Any human being, any guru, etc. No pony guru. No pony guru is there to what? Carry you on the back. You have to seek the help from who? Ishvara. You can know it. You first know your helplessness and then start what? Sending SOS. Wow. It will be definitely answered. So he is waiting for it. So nothing can stop us from seeking the help from Parameshwara. Otherwise, you have a feeling that I have got what? Atma Jnana. Does it happen? I have got Atma Jnana. Only Nishtha is baki. Only Jnana Nishtha is remaining, but I have got Atma Jnana. At least we have come to that. That is a very good okay thing. So that being the case, so in gaining Atma Jnana, Atmakara vrutti or Brahmakara vrutti, or other word is what? Akhandakara vrutti is essential. It removes the ignorance, then Phalavyapti, reflected Chaitanya in Atmakara vrutti is not necessary. You are what you are, you remain in your Swarupa. That is Brahma Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara. Now, this is as far as, of course, in brief I have told you how the process of gaining any knowledge takes place, and in particular, Atma Jnana, the difference is as far as Vritti Vyapti is concerned, both are same. But Atma Jnana doesn't need Phala Vyapti because Chaitanya Rupa Swaprakasha Atma is there. Now let us start from what for you want to gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana? Any PhD thesis? To gain what? Moksha. Now what is that?
No Janma Marana.
No Janma Marana. Yes, correct. No Janma Marana is not moksha. Paramananda Prapti is a different facet. All this is one after one and the same thing, what is called moksha. Now the thing is that you are already that Swarup. You are Nitya, no Janma Marana. You are Buddha, Nitya Buddha, that God. No ignorance, nothing knowledgeable. You are Nitya Swarupa, no Jada at all. You are Nitya Paramananda Swarupa, no sorrow at all. You know why this is said? Yeah, you can say some concept will take, very funny concept. I am free from upadhi, free from birth, death, nitya. Nitya, sat existence. Okay. I am Jnati Swarupa, knowledge principle, Jnana Swarupa. I am Nitya Anubhava Swarupa. I am Nitya Paramananda Swarupa. Are these four facets? Satya Asti is one, Jnapti knowledge is second, Anubhava third, Ananda fourth. No. This is what blunder is made. Chaitanya Chit, it's because let us not use the word Atma. Better use the word what? Chaitanya, pure and itself is what? Ever existent one, free from birth and death. Itself is knowledge principle, free from ignorance. Itself is Anubhava Tattva, free from Jada. Itself is Ananda Swarupa, free from Swarupa. Why four? Because, do you know where you are? Where are you? Don't tell me in the classroom of Mandukya Kali Mandir. Where are you? Samsara. Samsara means, what it means by samsara? You are embodied. But the body, is it not? Here you are having these things. What are those? Janma Marana. You have to tell from your Janma Marana standpoint, you have to say what? Nitya, free from Janma Marana, ever exempt principle, Sat. Here you are infested with so many ignorance. You have been taught about it, Jnana. Here you are facing with inert things, Anubhava. You are full of sorrows. It is only to counteract our present wrong notions of this. Shastra has to tell what? Satya, Sat, Chit, Ananda. It has to be. Sat itself is Chit, itself is Ananda. There is nothing but three there. Only for our easy understanding, Shastra has done these divisions. That's why once, my book, Brahma Sutra said, in Swarupa, even if you utter the word Brahma, you are foul. Even the word Brahma cannot have access to that. Atma cannot have that. Satchidananda, forget it. But Shastra has to make use of that because to uplift us from our own status. Now, with this, let us now see one by one the definitions of moksha. You look, I will take the first definition of moksha, then what is called by pramana. Pramana is the means of gaining the knowledge. Then we will take into consideration the statement Vedanta is a pramana and it doesn't need experience. We will understand what exactly is it correct or not, and then proceed in gaining knowledge. What is the role of Shodhita Tvampada? Wherein has Samadhi got any role to play? Samadhi has got any role to play. And we will take many snippets from Shastra defining what is Atmanubhava. Who has defined it? Bhashyakara has defined what is Atmanubhava. Again, how Paramananda is experienced. How Paramananda is the present embodiment. You immediately cannot make it for a long time, but for a while it is there. For a long time, more effort. All these aspects will be taken. See, I will be needing few classes for that. That is there. But let us have a thorough knowledge of course, Atma-dhyana we are in for. Before that, thorough knowledge of what we are in for. If that is clear, the direction as to how we have to proceed will be clear. And if we have got incapacity, we can lean back on someone with most reliable reason. Issue. Then you will understand the importance of what? Bhakti. Otherwise, I am Sachidananda. Oh, I don't need Ishwar, etc. Go thappad khayega to baat. When you get two blows, then you will understand the need of Ishwar, etc. That is that. So now, let us proceed to find out what is this moksha. See, Madhusudana Saraswati in a text called, very elementary text is Vedanta Kalpadatika. He says, moksha is Atma eva. Atma is always moksha. Then, what is stopping us from moksha? But what is buts are always problems. But avidya tat karya rahita atma. Finish. Bold. Atma only, but what Atma? Atma totally free from ignorance, and the result of ignorance, that is what samsara. But this is parameter. You may say, no. Madhu Saraswati is not a big. You know what is the fame of Madhu Saraswati? Saraswatyaha param Madhusudanaha vijanati. Madhusudana paratam Saraswati eva vijanati. See, Madhu Saraswati was contemporary to Akbar, Goswami, Tulsidas, and the Surdas. They were Mirabai. They were all contemporary. Mirabai is a contemporary of them. So there's such a brilliant one here, the Advaita Siddhi, etc. is famous of him. In Advaita Siddhi, he dismissed all the Dvaita. I think there was Vyasaraya or someone, etc. So there's a poet. They wanted to dismiss what? Advaita Siddhi. They wanted to dismiss that. What he said? He sent one disciple. So when that, and who was teaching Advaita Siddhi, and all his notes, and then used to refute all the things that were told. And you are right. Other poor students observed it, and they slowly reported to whom? He is doing like this. Let him do, what does it matter? Is that let him? Text was completed, and what this student did was, what he wrote gave him as a refuting, as a Guru Dakshina. He said, look, I was aware of it. I was told that. Look, but one thing, I have accepted you as a Shishya. I am your Guru. As a Guru, I can't refute whom? Shishya. But someone will do it in future. And it is Grand Shishya. This Shishya is called Gauda Brahmananda. Fire. The real fire. He dismissed it left and right. What is that? That was what the limit of Madhusudana. Now only who knows? Saraswati. Saraswati's limit, who knows? This is what was. But this gets corroborated by Bhashyakara's definition in Sutra Bhashya. It is that Brahma Bhavaha Mokshaha. Brahma Bhavaha Mokshaha. This is 114 Sutra Bhashya. Means what is Brahma Bhava? Brahma Swarupaha eva moksha. Swarupa, real nature of Brahma itself is what? Moksha. Now what is the Swarupa? Brahma Swarupa, is it an Upadhi or not? No Upadhi. Brahma free from Upadhi is what? Moksha. That one. This is the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. Again, in Brahma Sutra Bhashya 3.452, Brahma eva muktyavastha. The state of mukti is nothing but what? Brahma. Those who have got my Brahma Sutra book, it is there, okay? You need not take it down. It is there in my Brahma Sutra book only. See that? Brahma eva mukti avastha. Again, this is what who has said? This Brahma Sutra Bhashya. The Brahma itself is what? State of mukti. Means it has to be free from avidya and avidya kari. Then comes from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Sambandha Vartika, verse 100 Vartika 109. Swarupe Atmanasthanam Ahu Nishreyasam Buddha. Swarupe, Vishwarupe, Atmanaha Swarupe. In Atma Swarupa says Sthanam, Sthanam, absorption, abidance. That is what is Nishreyasam, Moksham, Buddhaha Ahu, the Jnanis. So that is again in the Kenopanishad Bhashya and Taittiriya Bhashya, Swatmani Avasthanam Moksha. Abidance in Atma Swarupa is moksha. All definitions point out that you simply be what you are. Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. Free from all adhyastha, that is what moksha. In moksha, adhyastha upadhis, adhyastha prapancha are not there. What should be done now? Has to be got rid of. That is why in Bhagavad Gita Bhashya 18th chapter, you know reference, but there was 50th verse, repeatedly has Bhashyakara has proved and repeated this for gaining jnana. Same thing is tells in the Brihadaranyaka Bhashya, Aham Brahmasmi context 1.4, then to gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, nothing need to be done except Adhyaropa Nivritti, Adhyaropa Nibarhanam. Get rid of all that is superimposed erroneous. What remains is what? Atma Swarupa. That is what today in the beginning I told. Antar Mukhata. Not Bahir Mukhata. We are totally now with a Bahir Mukha. It will be 360 degrees, it should be Antar Mukha. You are what you are. This is what? The moksha. How moksha can be gained? It is born of ignorance of your Swarupa. You should gain knowledge. Therefore, Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, both are one and the same. That should be gained. How to gain knowledge? For gaining any knowledge, you need pramana. Pramana means jnana sadhana. That jnana sadhana. Pramana is defined like this. Anadigata, abadhita, pramajanakam, prayojanavat pramanam. It is not in our book, okay? These are all elementaries. They will not be in the Mandukya Ashram. You are supposed to know, I have already taken that, but I am just revising for those who have not come across that message. Anadegata means knowledge that was not gained earlier. Adhigata means jnata, not jnata, adjnata, unknown, anadhigata. Abadhita, which is not negated afterwards. For example, you saw a snake and when the light was brought, snake disappeared. What is there only? Rope. Badha. No. Abadhita, which can never be negated. Then what? Pramajanakam. Prama means correct knowledge which cannot be negated, that which produces the knowledge which was not known earlier, knowledge which cannot be invalidated afterward. Again, prayojanavat, it should be useful, not anything as such. It should be useful to us. That is what? Or is what? Pramanam. That is what is for pramanam. Means, jnana sadhana, or the means of knowledge, which gives us the knowledge which was not known earlier. Again, the knowledge which is not invalid afterward, knowledge which is useful, that is what? Vedanta is the Pramana. Before that, let us see. To us to see the form, Rupa, eyes are the Pranama. Hear the sound, ears, Pramana. Smell, nose. Taste, tongue. Feel, skin. Sense of touch. In the sense, if eyes were not there, you can never experience Rupa form. Blind person. If ears were not there, you can never hear the sound. Deaf person. Again, if I think nose is always there, except when they get cold. Cold. Tongue. Hot coffee. So tongue is burnt. 4 days, no taste at all. So like that. So that means the case. So these have got a specific function of it. Like that is what? Vedanta. Vedanta. When you have got Shodhita Pampada, Nirupadika Pampada experience, Vedanta comes and tells, my dear sir, this is your Atma Swarupa. And this Atma Swarupa is what? Brahma Swarupa. Why Vedanta? I am experiencing it. You are experiencing in life. How many experiences you have got? Can you count? In a countless experience is also one of it. You may get Nirvikalpa Samadhi experience. One of the very desirable experience you may say. But how it is related to Atmajnana? See, this is where some people make a mistake. See, moment we don't need experience, what they aim at, we don't need Samadhi. Because they have got some wrong concept of Samadhi, because they have not distinguished between two types of Samadhi. The main problem comes there. Samadhis are two types. Andha Samadhi, Viveka Prajna Samadhi. This is where blunder is done. And the moment you speak of, I am going to take in detail as well. Not the means of Samadhi, okay? The Swarupa of it. Swarupa of it. See, the moment you say, they jump to what? Andha Samadhi, and you say, it is even Nirvikalpa Samadhi cannot end the Dvaita. Or even in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Chitta Sanskara Sheshas are there. The moment you get up from Samadhi, Dvaita is there. Therefore, Dvaita can never be ended. Not knowing what is the nature of Andha Samadhi. Not knowing what is the nature of Viveka Prajna Samadhi. It is true. As far as Andha Samadhi is concerned, it is true. But not for Viveka Prajna Samadhi, because Viveka Prajna Samadhi is after the Prakriya of Vedanta, Panchakosha Viveka, Avasthatva Sakshya, etc. And he knows that what remains there, or Jagat, is what? Badhita. And these people are talking of Mithya, 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 without the darshan of Satya. Important thing. We'll see in detail as such, just I'm giving a hint of it. So all these things are now going to come. So please bear with that. Because once this is clear, no, you know what is required. There may be, we do have deficiencies. We have got many more. We are not up to the mark as far as our antakarana level is concerned. But we'll get that is the direction, how to proceed, at least if nothing, prayer, so that we can pick up we can get the required health assessment.